Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take this moment to actually do this reading that is a very requested one, that is for the new girl group of Hive labels. So it seems like everyone is really excited about this group. I do not know much about them. I think their name is uh, Seraphim, something like that. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Les Seraphim, I think it is. Oh, I'm sorry, Les Seraphim. I'm still getting used to these names. It's not actually, it's not. I think that we all go through this process with. Back then was Big Hit, now it's Hive. You know, the names that they usually pick are very different. So somehow it takes a while to learn the proper pronunciation, and you do get used to them when you hear them every once in a while, and you repeat it and repeat it until you learn it. So I'm going to do this very general reading for them, and of course I want to make the clarification right now that I'm not going to be addressing to any kind of rumors. I don't care what the rumors or accusations are about. I believe these girls haven't even debuted yet, so I think that we would be losing the focus of what I want to do with my readings, that is to go deeper, to get to know the group, to get to know their energy, and not to be like gossiping or making assumptions or trying to uh, just be gossipy and using the tarot for that. Using the tarot for that. I don't work like that. People that are part of my channel and my community, they know that I have a certain rules to do readings, and actually like these kinds of rumors or scandals or accusations, for me, especially when we're talking about a group that hasn't even had the potential to show themselves and show their talent, I think that is a bit disrespectful to be holding on to accusations and people's different opinions. You know, let's focus on the music. Let's see what they bring in an artistic sense, because I think that this is what they are. They are artists. So, you know, let's keep our heads, you know, very well focused on what matters. So let's start with the cards that they got. They got the Six of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Fool, the Two of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. So, yes, I think that starting with the Six of Cups, definitely they are very lucky, because I think that they are in a place where somehow they are being treated very lovingly, in a very loving way. They are being nourished, and they are very well taken care of. I think that there's something about them probably being, I'm sure they are very young, because you know the Six of Cups also is a card that somehow talks about childhood or your childhood memories. So you know, an innocence, you know, the exchange in the emotional connections, but that it has to do with your inner child. So somehow I think that people that are managing them somehow want them to be or to feel secure when it comes to what they need emotionally in order to be successful. I think that they are very well taken care of, or they do have mentors or people around them that are somehow taking care of them, you know, in a very like loving and just very protective also, very protective atmosphere here, you know, like, oh, let's protect them because they are young, because they are naive, or because they don't know, you know, they are still in the process of developing themselves or developing their skills, or and I'm not saying that with this that they are inexperienced. It's not about that. It's more about life experience, you know, about taking them as, yes, they are, they probably look older, or they look like like very mature with their attitude, but they are actually very young. So I think that, especially I see a female here. I see the Queen of Pentacles. That is someone that could be their mentor, or that is this sort of mother figure, but that she also is very strict with them. You know, somehow she keeps them grounded, or she keeps them under, you know, under control. Somehow she is like very loving nature, but also very, like, very focused on getting results. So this is a very stable female, and very workaholic kind of female, you know, because this is a Queen of Pentacles. So definitely she is here because she wants to unleash the girl's potential, and she wants the girls to be productive, and she wants the girls to be successful. And I think that, look, we have the Fool in the middle of the spread. So you know that the Fool is a brand new beginning, and probably they have the hope, or their actually their goal or their vision is to actually bring this new fresh and new start when it comes to your perception of what a girl group should be, or what they are about. You know, there's something about them wanting to bring a bit of originality into the girl group scenario. And I don't know how they're going to be perceived, but I think that their hearts and their minds are on that. They definitely want to amaze people, bring in something new. They want to be different. They want to be a bit more risky, or they want to show something that it hasn't been seen before or done before. They definitely have the perception that they are different. So I don't know exactly what their concept is going to be. We were talking the other day in a live that we did, that someone mentioned that their name sounds like a perfume brand. At least this is what people are saying, and I kind of agree. It does sound like a French perfume. You know, like it reminds me a lot about um, um, you know, about expensive brand, something like that. Um, but yes, I think that their concept is going to be very different. They definitely are starting from like from zero, like in the sense that they are they don't want anyone to put labels on them. You know, they want to be free. They want to unleash their potential. They definitely want to show themselves, and they don't want limits to be on them. You know, they don't want, I think that they don't want to be compared to others. So they will definitely work really hard to be different, and to bring something that you never seen before. So probably it's not so much about the concept. I think that probably has to do with the girl's personality. You know, like some of them being very a bit edgy, or a bit like independent. You know, having this attitude that it's very fresh, and that you probably, I don't know, the way they style of communication, how they communicate, probably is not the typical female idol behavior, you know. So, but then yes, then we, after this, after the Fool, we have, which I believe it's the public's perception, or the public's reception. We have the Two of Cups, and we have the Ten of Swords. So definitely what I can say about these two cards is that they're showing me that for them to actually build a connection with their audience, or with the public, I think that they could be potentially having like a harsh start. especially in the internet, or people on the internet like making very hurtful comments about them. Um, there's a sense of, and I think that they know it somehow, because I see them like here with the Two of Cups, that the Two of Cups is the card of connection and reciprocity. But definitely here with the Ten of Swords, I am seeing that they are trying to avoid all the swords, all the negativity. They are definitely trying to get over this. But I think that it will not be easy to ignore that, at least at the beginning of their journey, probably they will get a lot of criticism. And I think that this is not about whether they are talented or not. I think that this is just people being um, just being haters, people just complaining or saying mean spirit words, because if you see the Ten of Swords, is like, and this is something that I think that it's a bit like, it gives a bit of hope to this panorama, because the Ten of Swords is like the final step of suffering. It's like you had been stabbed 10 times. So it's like you cannot receive more stabs. It's like you already went through it all. I think that it has to do that probably they had been receiving hate before they they released something, and probably there's a lot of people like wanting them to fail, or wanting um, to get to them, to affect them in a mental way, like writing very, very mean and nasty comments, and like I always say, the source for me represent the internet, the words written and said. So it's very unfortunate, because actually here with the Two of Cups, I can see that they are very excited to give something to the audience. They are really excited to meet their potential fans, or to have fans. It seems like they come with their open arms, and with their hearts open, and somehow all they receive is criticism. But this is not going to last forever, and somehow I think that they will be over this state of feeling hurt. They will get over this very soon, because I think that feeling of insatisfaction, or of not liking them, is already installed in a lot of people's minds. I think that it has nothing to do whether they release good music or good content or not. I think that people are just eager to hate them. I think that there's a lot of hostility here. They are very hostile against these girls, and they don't sugarcoat it. They definitely don't like them, and probably it has to do with jealousy. Definitely, it has to do with jealousy. It has to do with the girls being the full card. We have the Fool here, that it means that they are the big deal, because somehow they are Hive's first girl group. So in this new era that they are developing, I'm not saying that they are like the only one, but I'm saying that they are, like, because I know people like mention like different, but I think that when I say female group, I think that this is like the first group that actually is made out of scratch. It is coming from them. It's their entire creation and selection. So there's a bit of pride in here. Like, okay, this is like the beginning of a new era. After everything that they had experienced as a company with other girl groups or with other female artists in the past. I think that this is like the opportunity to start over. You know, the opportunity. This is why they are represented by the Fool, because they definitely also want to take this opportunity and be part of this new beginning, you know, of this new era. But I think that for them to win the audience or the public's admiration is going to take a while, actually, because I see people, you know, and I think that definitely people that are being negative towards these girls, I think that is because of all the the suffering that they went through. I think that this Ten of Swords also shows you, or at least this is the way I see it, it also shows me how the audience had been feeling like stuff in the back by the company or by the the companies, you know, like all the companies, or you know, there's a lot of hurt, a lot of past wounds, and a lot of heartache. You know, a lot of things that hurt, a lot of suffering from the audience. That they it's really hard for them to let go of events that happened in the past. So somehow these girls that are this brand new project, these girls that actually have nothing to do with things from the past, but somehow they are the continuation of a story that people are still very hurt. You know, the wound is still very open. You know, the wound is still fresh. Um, there are a lot of things that probably the audience is a bit tired also mentally and emotionally to be always disappointed at companies, you know, like, okay, like I'm not going to get attached to this new girl group because I'm sure that you're going to mess up and you're going to ruin them and you're going to disband them or they're going to go away and I'm going to suffer again and I don't want to suffer. You know, so there's a lot of things from the past. You know, this is why we started reading also with the Six of Cups, that it's also about nostalgia. You know, I think that they are entering in a moment where there are some past disappointments and heartache that is still very present in people's in people's perception. So even though the girls are innocent and they don't deserve it, they somehow will not get that. They will try to win the audience approval and love and appreciation, but it's going to take a while for the audience to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to stand your group. Of course, this doesn't mean that the girls will not have fun. Of course, that there's a lot of people that love them, that are waiting for them, and that they are ruling for them already. But you know, like everything in life, you know, it's always the people that complain or the people that give the negative feedbacks are the one that are the most present. You know, somehow here in this reading I can see it, that they do have the potential of being very well accepted and loved, but somehow I can also see some people being a bit like not happy with them, you know, like seeing them and being a bit disgusted also, you know. But like I mentioned in the beginning, I don't think that it's this this bitterness or these feelings, these negative feelings, has to do with the girls. It has to do with the management of companies, you know, and it has to do with a lot of things that weren't managed properly, that probably the public doesn't forget. So I think that they will have to find their way to cope with this. I believe that the girls have a great system of support, especially emotionally, and they are very well prepared and trained, and they do exude a sort of maturity. So I'm sure they are very professional as well. So I'm sure that they are going to be all right. They are going to overcome, the bumps in the road, but it's not going to be easy, but definitely they do have this, they come with this innocence, and they come with this excitement for the brand new beginning. So definitely they are seeing this possibility with the eyes of a child, almost, very like amazed by the possibility of showing what they got, and presenting themselves to the audience, to people. I think that they waited for this moment for a while, and now they're here. Now they're starting. Now they are on the way. They are on the way. They're finally going to show themselves and their talent. So definitely, I think that they will be able, they will survive this, but it's going to be a bittersweet kind of beginning, But the important thing is that there's going to be a beginning. That here there's no like delays or hiatus. It's just the beginning is here. So we have to face this and accept this and see what they have available to show to the audience, and enjoy music. Enjoy the artist, as always. So yes, guys, this is all I have for them. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.